Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's menu, we are throwing down. If you cannot tell by the background music, I am taking you to the island gal. So get into the vibes. Today's menu, we have Jamaican spicy jerk chicken thighs, steamed cabbage, rice and peas, coleslaw, plantains, and I'm not done. There is a refreshing pina colada. So stay to the end. So we're 40 seconds in, and if you're still here, you're here to stay. I'm gonna start off with my chicken thighs. I do clean my chicken. My grandma did it. She's fine. I'ma do it. I'm fine. Then I'm gonna put the Walker's Wood traditional jerk seasoning. Listen here, y'all. Get the hot and spicy flavor. When I tell you that thing is spicy, honey, spicy. It's one of those seasonings where you just open it, you smell the scallions and the hot peppers coming out the jar. So you know they were not cheap when it came to them peppers, okay? And I do like to get out every last bit of seasoning, so I went ahead and put some water into the jar, shook it up real good, and I'm going to put that on my meat because we do not waste product of any kind over here, all right? And as you can see, honey, look, an empty jar, a happy jar means you're seasoning that meat well. After I spread it on all the good seasonings, I'm gonna take my time and gently massage the chicken, get under the skin. I did do some with the skin on and with the skin off just to see the difference. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm a skin girl. I do like the way skin tastes, but feel free to take it off if you don't like it. Now pop that bad boy into the fridge and it's time to move on to the slaw. So I used one head of green cabbage and purple cabbage just because I wanted to try the different types of cabbage, see if there was really any difference. Yes, we are experimenting over here. I am going to shred my cabbage as thin as I possibly can get it. Y'all, I promise you the thinner you can get it, the better. So practice your knife skills. Please wash your cabbage. After I'm done cutting it, I like to put everything into a colander. And again, when I said we don't waste any product, we don't waste any food, vegetables, anything. Get all those little crumbs in there and then go ahead and wash your cabbage as good as you can get it. There is still dirt when you buy it from the store. Splash a little bit of vinegar and just try and get it as clean as you possibly can. And then once you're done with that, we're going to move on to the purple cabbage. Yes, honey, I want all the colors of the rainbow when it comes to my food. But this time I'm using a grater. This is for the coleslaw now. And remember when I said you want to slice that green cabbage for the steamed cabbage? Because I said texture was everything? No, honey. The coleslaw is where you really need it because texture will make or break a coleslaw, and I don't have time for it to be broke. All right, we're gonna do this correctly. So I'm going to go ahead, use my grater, shred up all of the cabbage that I can. And you see those big pieces to the side? Like I said, we do not waste vegetables over here. So I will cut those up and use those for the steamed cabbage. Again, with the washing process, we're going to do the exact same thing. I have my green and my purple cabbage mixed together. So make sure you get in there as good as you possibly can to get all of the dirt out. Now time for the slaw. This will be very messy, okay? So make sure that you're cleaning up as you go because as you can see here, yeah, that cabbage went flying. Next, we're moving on to the carrots. And y'all, peep how my orange nails are the same color as these carrots. It's the fall, and I really have to get into the season. I'm going to start by peeling my carrots, and this was a very time consuming process. I'll say in general, it took me maybe 3 to 4 hours to cook everything, but let me tell you where the most amount of time was spent. It was in what you see right here, the peeling, the chopping, the dicing, the shredding. This meal was definitely a labor of love, but it was worth it because it turned out very, very good. Gonna wash my carrots again, and we're popping out the grater this time, but I'm flipping it and we're doing an even smaller shred because texture is everything. And I don't love carrots like that. Let me know in the comments, do y'all like carrots? How do you like to eat them? They're not my favorite, so I want to almost barely taste them, all right? And as you can see, that color is so vibrant. Get into it. This is the power of using fresh vegetables whenever you're making your food and we're cooking. So now I'm going to move on to my coleslaw. Got my purple cabbage, carrots, some mayonnaise, black pepper, and some vinegar, which I don't have shot right here. Very simple recipe. I'm going to go ahead and start by mixing up my cabbage and my carrots. Very Halloween themed esque, as you can see, that purple and orange cabbage. And add some mayonnaise. Now, you can customize this recipe to whatever you like. If you love mayonnaise, put a little bit more. If you don't like mayonnaise like that, put a little bit less. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan, so I was adding it little by little. Then I also added black pepper. Feel free to add as much or as little as you would like of this. I like my stuff a little bit peppery, so I did add a bit more. Take a splash of apple cider vinegar, and when I say a splash, I do mean a splash, and a little bit of sugar as well. This is what really brings things together. And for me, the coleslaw was a bit dry, so just taste it as you go. If it needs some more of vinegar, some more sugar, some more mayonnaise, whatever, feel free to add that in. I like mine creamy but not revolting. So it's a very delicate balance. Once you're done mixing everything up, I'm gonna pop it in the fridge. Now to move on to the rest of the cabbage ingredients, I'm adding some habanero peppers. And this spicy. So be careful when you're cutting it. Be sure there's no open cuts on your hand when you're dicing this. If there is, please wear some gloves and do not, I repeat, do not make the mistake of accidentally rubbing your eyes or getting your fingers anywhere close to your face after you have cut these peppers. And I say that because I did. Yes, I did do it myself right after I did this shot, and I was so upset, y'all. So upset. And I like my food spicy, so I did have three habanero peppers this time. Last time I did two, and it had a little kick, but let me tell y'all, three? Oh, okay. You're gonna be working with something if you do three peppers. I wasn't crying, but I was like, all right, she got some bite to her. And am I going to do four? Ooh, I don't know about that one. I might really, really be hurting if I try and do four peppers, but we'll see. This is the beautiful thing about cooking. You can change it as much as you like. After my habaneros, it is time for the tomatoes. These are Roma tomatoes. I believe I did about four Roma tomatoes. And of course, tomatoes aren't spicy, so feel free to add as many of these as you would like. And I try to keep all of the peppers, tomatoes, onions, everything that I'm adding about the same size. So that way you get the taste of everything in every bite because this dish has so many flavors. As you can see, it's very vibrant from all of the colors. The flavors are there. And you just want a little taste of everything, okay? You don't want it to be secluded or segregated or different, okay? This is inclusion. We include on this channel. A tip as well is to use a good knife when you're doing this. For most of this video, I used this small paring knife, and it made things so much easier because the veggies were small, they were slipping and sliding all over the place. So you want to have good knife control. Please do not cut yourself. I don't want to see in the comments I cut myself trying to cook. All right, we don't have time for that. Now for the rice and beans. This was so good. I can smell it now even while I'm doing a voiceover. For this, I used 2 cans of dark red kidney beans and a can of coconut milk. You can use just dry kidney beans, but you'd have to soak them, and that would take this 3 to 4 hour dish to a like 8 to 10 hour dish, and we don't have time for that. I'm going to add some minced garlic, ground ginger, onion powder, garlic powder, and some seasoning salt with black pepper to this mix. I also added those 3 habaneros. Again, we're doing everything in threes when it comes to the spices today because I like my food spicy. And I'm also going to add some green onions. Turn the heat on and set it to low until it comes to a boil. And you can really start to smell this when it comes together. Once it boils, you can start to mix it up. And then I'm going to add 3 cups of parboiled rice. I love parboiled. That's my favorite. You can have jasmine or other type of long grain rice, but parboiled, she understands the assignment, gets it done every single time. I'm adding in the rice slowly. Honestly, because I wanted to see if 3 cups is a good amount, and it turned out very well. So, good ratio, 3 cans of beans in liquid to 3 cups of rice. At this point, slaw is done. Beans and rice are cooking up. Got all the veggies cut for the cabbage. I'm going to put my chicken in the oven. We are running a very well oiled machine here. Efficiency is the name of the game, especially when you throwing down on a Saturday like this. Now for the fruits of your labor, it is time for you to reap what you have sown. Go ahead and add all those beautiful colored vegetables. You got the purple from the onions and the cabbage, red from the tomatoes, green from the cabbage, orange from the habaneros, and the carrots. Just add it all together, every single color of the rainbow into that pot. After you put a little bit of olive oil onto the pan, and then let it steam. Put that top on and let it go to work. Rice and beans are finally done. Just take it off, mix it together, and perfectly cooked. And when I tell you it was delicious, delicious. The chicken's done at this time, so take it out the oven and look at that beautiful brown skin. Listen, we are all done cooking, but like I promised, we have a pina colada on the way. Got some pineapple juice, cream of coconut, and golden Bacardi. Now, for my birthday, I went to Puerto Rico and we actually got to tour the Bacardi facility, and we got a legitimate cocktail making class on how to make a Bacardi approved pina colada. So this recipe is straight from them. And when I tell you coconut cream, I've never had it, but it makes all the difference. It is so good. But please make sure to mix it up before you pour it in. Anyway, just take a picture, put some ice, and mix all 3 ingredients together. I will have ratios if you're interested. Leave me a comment, and then pour it into a nice aesthetic glass and enjoy. It is time for you to kick back, relax, plate your food up, drink your drink, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I will see y'all in the next video.